So just about set now. Our starting pitcher in this one, Max Fried.
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses, and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
Fernando Tatis Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. The lefty, the 1-0. And that one is lifted in the air. Judge cutting across. The throw into second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
Luis Ariz stands in. Foul ball there.
Ooh, here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Manny Machado now. And Manny gets a piece. Max said he's not sure who actually started at first, but it was 2019, and he and Giolito, who were teammates together. Runner takes off for third. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. He's safe. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. Tatis stands at third with one gone in the inning.
Sit him down. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one missed.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That misses the zone, and now 3-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, I'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 1 hit, 1 left. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. And we're back. And our starting pitcher here today, Dylan Cease. What do we have on him?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
We go to the bottom of the first, and here is Ben Rice. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Cease, a 6'2 righty, 29 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Right through there for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch.
Boots it, still finds a way to get off a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. An offense that knows how to mash, Chris. Lots of power throughout the lineup. They're leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, and I think when you're facing a team like this, pitchers coming in, they see the stats. They end up trying to nibble, trying to work on the edges, trying to expand the zone. And so I think the key, if these hitters can stay within themselves, obviously they have the ability to hit the ball a long way and score runs quickly. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tatis makes the grab, and there are 2 outs.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 down, bases empty. Austin Wells now at the plate. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. It affects the game in so many ways, right? Your ability to come back is usually tied to power. If you can deliver a huge hit with one swing of the bat, it really changes your capability when you fall behind.
Yep, that ball went out.
2 outs, base is empty.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Caught him looking for the K. Down in order go the Yankees. We played an inning. No score. Second inning set to go. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now.
Xander Bogaerts.
Max Fried will go to work. Fastball is outside. And that drops in for a strike. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching. But, you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name, and that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player. Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. That one fouled off. Next offering is outside.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Freed out of the stretch, fires. Tap foul at the plate. Bogarts on at first, nobody out. Pitch misses, and the count now even up. Hit in the air, left field, Dominguez makes the catch for the out, and there's one down.
Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 39.
Next for the Padres, Oscar Gonzalez. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. First offering, and it just misses. Second inning here, no score. Snap throw to first. Bogarts dives back, and they got him.
When there's a lefty on the mound, you've got to make sure you've got more of a one-way lead, even leaning back to the bag when he picks up his leg, unless you're thinking you're going first move. Not sure what he was doing right there over at first.
The 1-0. Fought off foul. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Next offering is downstairs.
Count's full.
And they'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Two outs. Line drive, base hit.
Batting eighth, the second baseman,
Jose Iglesias gets a chance to hit now. And first offering is fouled off. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here at the top of the second. And that's outside. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Drops into the glove, and that is that. One left for San Diego. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. And stepping in for the Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt. Cease back to work. Fastball for a strike. And the slider just misses. Right through there for a strike. Got it. And now one away. One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Swing and a miss as he was out front. He's got an MVP and a Rookie of the Year under his belt. And a guy who's played every day as a first baseman, every day as a right fielder, every day as a center fielder. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
One ball, two strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. One out, base is empty. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Stays alive. That one is upstairs.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. Outside, and that is ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game.
You know, Boog, it's been said these guys are savages in the box. You can see it right there with such tight plate discipline.
And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. Ball 1 there.
Counts 1-0.
And that's in for a strike. And the count even 1-1. Swings through that.
2. One ball, two strikes.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Bellinger goes. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Bellinger, the base runner at first with 1 out. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Bellinger dives back. And now Jason Dominguez. And that's in there at the knees. And there's a foul ball. Lifted in the air out to left. Gonzalez moves under this one, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. We're tied 0-0. All set for the start of the inning. Martin Maldonado up to hit.
Martin Maldonado.
That's in there.
0-1's the count.
Pitch
That's a
misses
ball.
there, and it's 1-1. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it.
Now back, the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. One down, base is empty. Outside low, and that is ball one. Top of the third, no score. That one not close. It's 2-2. Ground ball left side. In plenty of time to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Number 4, designated hitter, Luis Arias.
So here's the Padres DH, Luis Arias. Struck out swinging his first time. And ball one.
This batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe even singles, but you want to get the heart of the order up to the plate.
And another ball. Check swing, and he went. And a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
He swings and fouls one off.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
In the air to left center, Dominguez sizing this one up, and that'll do it. Home half of the third coming up. No score. As we go to the last of the third. Here's the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. And that's downstairs and outside. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And strike two.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
So digging in, Jorbeat B-Boss. And that one fouled off. That misses the zone, and that's ball one. And that one missing low.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Hacked Swings and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
So the lineup flips over. Now up as the Yankees DH, Ben Rice. Swings and misses, went with the sweeper.
0-1.
That's in there, and it's 0-2. Got him looking for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the second time today. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. And we are still scoreless. Back in the Bronx, on to the fourth. Manny Machado up to the plate.
Manny Machado.
Machado goes 6 feet 3 inches. Over 1,000 runs batted in his career. A former first-round pick back in 2010. In for a strike. It's 0-1. Curveball over for a called strike.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Next
One
one
ball,
in the dirt.
2 strikes.
And Machado able to spoil that pitch.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Next pitch way upstairs. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 3-2. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Go ahead run on base. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill, struck out swinging his first time.
0-1.
In the dirt, blocked.
1-0.
And the runner stays where he is. Machado gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And fouled off.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
And a count 1-2. And now the lefty fouls it back with 2 strikes. 4th inning underway, no score. That one outside. Now 2-2. Gets a piece. and stays alive.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That one lifted to left. Dominguez moving under this one. Squeezes it, and there's one down.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Xander Bogart.
It's Xander Bogaerts now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Slapped foul. High in the air, out to right. Judge is there. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Gavin Sheets.
So up next, Gavin Sheets. Fly to left his first time. And a foul ball. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that's way high. And the count 1
One ball,
and 2.
2 strikes the count.
Two outs. Fights that one away. Still 1 and 2. Just
Bad
misses
ball
the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That
3
one
balls, 2
misses.
strikes.
And the count's full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Three-two. That one ripped. Judge going back on it. Way back there and gone. Gavin Sheets goes deep. And they jump ahead in the 4th. It's 2-0. He kept swinging and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Now at the plate, Oscar Gonzalez. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Earl Hendricks. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That missed
1
by
ball,
a lot.
2
And it's
strikes.
1 and 2. Popped up. Bebus makes the grab, and that's the inning. 2 across on this San Diego homer. And it's 2-zip. Back after this on the show. Back here in New York, bottom four, stepping in the long ball threat, Aaron Judge.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. Well, I didn't like those first two pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Wells in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And another ball.
No strike.
Swing and a foul out of play. In the air, left field. Gonzalez trying to get there. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Paul
Goldschmidt now struck out looking his first time. Swing and a pop-up. Iglesias pulls that one down, and that is that. So the Yanks go in order. They trail things here 2-0. Back in New York, we go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the second baseman, Jose Iglesias. Freed back to work. Way high there. Ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Ryan Yarbrough, the left-hander, up and throwing. Hamilton, the right-hander, also getting loose. And there's a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
That's down and in. Curveball drops in there. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Max Fried will give way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
Ian
the
Hamilton
New York
gets the call from the pen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Martin Maldonado will hit next. First time up was a pop out. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
1-0.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering is down low. And there's a ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He has it. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
One down, base is empty. And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
And there's a hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. Just missed.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2, get out of this.
Grounded to third, could be 2. Goes to second for 1. On to Goldschmidt. That's 2. Tidy work out of the Yankee bullpen there. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Padres 2 and the Yankees nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is Cody Bellinger.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, these Yankees just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
And 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much. A 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 1-2. And downstairs.
2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. Strikeout number 8.
Now batting.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Fastball is outside. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Jason Dominguez. Fly to left his first time. Outside with a breaking ball.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Clips the corner, and the count 1-1. Swing and a liner foul off to the right.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
That one missed. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. The next pitch misses. Full count, 3-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
3-2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
So 2 down. Now the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera, struck out swinging his first time. Just missed.
Ball 1,
Dominguez off of first with 2 away. That's a little bit low.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Not in time. He's there easily.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Runner at second, 2 down. Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2. Man at second. And right back to the mound. Handles, throws to first. That's the inning. 1 left for the Yankees, and they're down 2-0. New inning getting started, and now Manny Machado.
13, Manny Machado.
That misses, and it's 1-0.
You know, these Padres putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Next one is off the play. The count now 2-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Here's the 2-2. That's down and in. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to, he's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
So a man aboard. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. Gets him to chase after that one.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Nobody out. Runner at first. And that's off the inside edge. Counts full, 3-2. And he chases that one. Now one gone in the top of the sixth.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Runner on the go. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And the next pitch is way outside. Man at first, one away. Soft contact in the air. They got it for out number 2.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
So digging in now for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. He had a big swing back in the fourth, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion, and those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And ball 1. Swing and a foul straight back. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over. The throw is late, and that leaves them with runners at first and second.
Number 39.
Well, with 2 outs, I'm thinking he had his mind on getting in the dugout so they could get to hitting. All it takes is just a little lapse in concentration. So now let's see if his pitcher will pick him up.
Next to hit, Oscar Gonzalez. 1 for 2. That's in there. 0-1.
0-1.
First and second, 2 down. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering misses down and away. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So they strand a pair. 9-1 and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Padres 2 and the Yankees nothing. Bottom of the 6th. Now Jorbeat B-Boss. That one the other way, and foul ball. Grounds one to short. Bogarts throws to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind it with another ground ball. Good execution.
Right.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. In now is the Yankees DH, Ben Rice. 0 for 2 in this one. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
The Yankees yet to pick up a hit here. And there's a ball. It's a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able.
And that one ripped to left and foul ball. And that's down and away. The Padres holding on to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Gets under it and pops it up. Iglesias hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Judge rips that one. Bang! His 13th home run of the season, and they're on the board. It's 2-1.
That gives this offense something to celebrate for the first time in this one. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to have been foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
And now, Austin Wells. Strike 2. Just misses with that one.
He missed the zone, but I don't think he missed his spot. That was a good pitch with 2 strikes.
See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Yankees get a homer to cut the lead. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Devin Williams.
Now
not many pitchers have it, but he'll break out a screwball from time to time.
Devin Williams.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Iglesias.
Jose Iglesias.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Action in the pen down there. Tyler Matzik getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Cruz also throwing. Fouled off down the right side. Line drive and foul ball. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Maldonado in the box now as he leaves that one up high. One down, base is empty. That one is absolutely belted. That's going back. Back some more. And that one is out of here. He hammers one out to right. His second of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 3-1.
That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
In steps El Nino, Fernando Tatis Jr.
0-1.
And the 0-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And the 0-2. Swing and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
The batter, number 4. Designated hitter, Luis.
Here comes Luis Ariz to the plate. If you're looking for contact, this is your guy.
Yeah, and if you're looking for batting titles, he's also your guy. Ariz is the first player in MLB history to win 3 straight with 3 different teams. The Twins, Marlins, and the Padres.
That's outside. And that is ball 1. Tatis leads off first with 1 away. In the air, left field, Dominguez coming on, grabs it on the run, and there's 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Now Machado up here. A couple of walks and a strikeout. Tatis runs. This one in the dirt. Safe at second, and that was not close. Two outs. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But the Padres add to the lead on a solo homer. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th.
40.
Jason Adam.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
For the Yankees,
here's Paul
the
Goldschmidt.
First baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
The Yankees looking to rally. That one misses, and that's ball 1. Adam, in his 5th season, 33 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2010. And another ball.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
And here comes Bellinger. He is struck out, and he is walked. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
And that is out of play.
Ball 1.
Bullpen action for the Padres. Wandy Peralta up and loosening in the pen. 1-2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The Padres leading by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Good eye right there.
Down.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Hard hit right side. Sheets takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down.
If you want to be a great defense, you
Now
have to
batting,
deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
So 2 down now, and here is Anthony Volpe. Late on that fastball.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Foul ball.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. Bet the hands are still stinging after that one.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Yanks held in check. Score holds. It's 3-1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ryan Yarbrough.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. 0 for 3 in this one.
Merrill.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And it's fouled away. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's in the dirt. And that one hammered. This one's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. Yarbrough throws over. Merrill dives back in safely. And that's in for a strike.
0-1.
The 0-1. Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Foul ball there. No outs. Runner on second. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. The shortstop takes the ball. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top of the 8th. And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him.
Now
And he hit him.
the first baseman.
Stepping in for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. He's already homered in this game. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. That one missed.
Inside ball.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
In the air on the infield, and the infield fly is called. And now Oscar Gonzalez, 1 for 3. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Merrill, the lead runner, out at second. Bogarts at first. 1 gone. On the ground to second, might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
Iglesias at the plate now. That's ball 1. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. On the ground to short, Volpe. To first, that's the 3rd out. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Padres 3 and the Yankees 1. On to the bottom of the 8th, and now it's going to be Jason Dominguez. Adam back to work. There's a strike. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Robert Suarez up and throwing. There's the strike. Got him swinging.
Oh, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
Cabrera in the box again. Takes a strike.
0-1.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
All right, Yankees. Let's go.
Pitch
No, that's
misses.
off the plate.
And that's ball 2. stays alive. And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So almost ready to get underway. And on the hill, Max Fried. And singing, it's not hard to see, he's been outstanding.
Well, you just take a look at the numbers. ERA in the low ones. He's clearly been one of the best pitchers in the league this year. I mean, just dynamic stuff. It's electric as well as it comes through the zone. Hitters trying to figure out what he's doing. So hard to think with. And the only bad thing for him is that your ERA can really only go up. It's hard to take it down lower unless you throw a shutout. So we'll see what he's got in this one.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
First pitch, 7:05.
Fastball for a strike. Gonna count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Just off the inside edge.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
And here it comes. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes and one gone.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Luis Ariz stands in. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Fried, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it. Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Manny Machado, the next to hit, takes outside. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt. Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Next pitch is outside. Jackson Merrill waiting for a turn at the plate. 2 outs, base is empty. And he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw. Padres go down 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. Back in the Bronx, today's starting pitcher, Dylan Cease. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his
Leading
team
off
in a
for the
position to win a
Yankees,
ball game.
the
So we know he's
designated
prepared.
hitter,
We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Bottom of the first, and stepping in for the Yankees, Ben Rice. First
Ball
offering
one, no
misses
strike.
badly for ball one. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit in the air, center field. And it's caught for the out. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these guys even during batting practice when it doesn't matter. They're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, he steps right in and continues with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike one. You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. One down, base is empty. Up the middle, Bogarts handles the chance. Judge out on the play.
Batting third, the catcher, Austin Wells.
2 outs, base is empty. Austin Wells digs in now. So here in the 3 spot, Chris, a hitter low average but high slug. Swung out, belted deep. That one went back there, and that one's gonna land not so much here, but here. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Swing and a miss at a slider.
0-1's the count.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball.
Ball one.
You're expecting it to make its
1 ball,
move
2
at the
strikes,
end. It never does, and you're tied up.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And that just misses.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Up the middle, Iglesias. Now he launches a throw over his head, and it's going to wind up out of play.
We all know that first inning can be a critical one in terms of guys settling in and the tone being set for the game. So this isn't what you're looking for on defense. 2-out errors are a lot like 2-out walks, but maybe even worse because your pitcher did his job to get what should have been the last out of that inning.
Cody Bellinger in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Goldie at second with 2 down. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And that's outside. And now 3-1.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations. And right here with a middle-of-the-order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Out front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. So they pick up a run of the solo shot and take the lead. Second inning coming up in the Bronx. Yankees 1 and the Padres nothing. Second inning set to go. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Max Fried will go to work. Fried, a tall lefty, 190 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at-bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at-bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. There's a strike. That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Hit on the ground to the right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting 6, the first baseman, Gavin Sheets.
And now the first baseman, Gavin Sheets. Fought off foul. Two outs. Pitch is in for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
That one misses, and the count is 1-2. And that skips in the dirt. Ripped to short. Tosses to first, and the inning is over. Padres down in order. They trail here 1-0. Here at new Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. And there's a foul ball. Now the 0-1.
That's a ball.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Clearly he was sitting on a
1 ball,
fastball right
2
there
strikes.
and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Slides, but it gets by him. Jason Dominguez, the next to hit. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Volpe gets his lead at first with nobody out. Pitch
Ball,
misses,
catch and
and the
track.
count is 1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Move to first, and he
Hey.
dives back in safely.
Yep,
Just
that ball went
missed.
out.
The 2-1. Here goes the runner. Fouled off left side. Runner at first with no outs here. Got him looking. And there's one away.
Bill just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there.
Batting
And I don't
eighth,
think he
the
was
third
taking
baseman,
it, thinking it might be a
Walker.
called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out
Cabrera.
frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And a foul ball. Oh, 1 down.
Well, that's
Just
off the plate.
missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Cease over to first. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Man at first, 1 away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the
Batting
leadoff
ninth,
single.
the
Back-to-back
second baseman,
strikeouts. So
Jorge.
they haven't been able to move that
Vida.
runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
And now the rookie second baseman, Jorbeat B-Boss.
This game is too tough for you, San Diego. Come on, New York.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
More and
No
more
ball,
guys
2
are
strikes.
looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. The Yanks lead 1, but they still lead it 1-0. Back for more
Leading
from the
off for San
Bronx.
Diego,
On to the
the
third
left fielder,
inning. So
number
digging in
39.
now for San Diego, Oscar Gonzalez. Freed back to work. Fouled off. He was late. Next offering misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike. That's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one clips the corner. And there's the ball.
3 and 2.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch. And I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now it's going to be Jose Iglesias. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. And that one in the air center field. Bellinger under it. And there's one down.
Batting 9, the catcher, Martin Maldonado.
Martin Maldonado up to hit. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Judge pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. Swing and a foul straight back. Pitch misses there, and 1-1.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He's safe. It's 1-1.
Oh, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Now the DH for the Padres, Luis Arias. Just missed. And that one missing low. Next offering upstairs. Manny Machado in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and the guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Machado.
First and second, 2 outs. Next for the Padres, Manny Machado. He's 0 for 1. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation out there. Like, he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. And that's a great play for the out.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Bottom of the inning.
Leading
Now
up
up is the
for
Yankees
Yankees,
DH, Ben
the
Rice.
designated hitter, Ben Rice.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And that one is inside ball one. Next offering is fouled back. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Line drive, that's a base hit out of the left center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
The right fielder,
It's
number
Aaron
99,
Judge now.
Aaron Judge.
In there at the knees, 0-1. In there at the knees for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the runner holds.
That's a pretty nasty pitch
The
right
pitcher,
there. I
number
call it a
28,
power
Austin.
curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. He's already homered here in this one. And a foul ball. That one out to right. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. He's 0 for 1. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game.
Outside.
Just missed. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Here's Cody Bellinger. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That's in for a strike. Late on that fastball.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Foul ball, still 0-2. In the air, out towards right center. And that will end the inning. Yanks strand a pair. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back at Yankee Stadium. Start of the fourth. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 1.
You know, these Padres showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Makes the catch, and there's 1 down.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And here comes Sander Bogaerts. Grounded out his first time up. That one fouled off. Ball 1 to Bogaerts. 1 out, bases empty. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Judge brings it in. 2 away.
The batter, the first baseman.
And here's the first baseman, Gavin Sheets. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a foul out of play. And the 0-1. And that's downstairs and outside. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Offense held in check there. On now to the bottom of the 4th. Oh.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Now the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. Caught looking his first time up. Check swing, he held up. Ball 1. And that one fouled off. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, he really filled up the strike zone in that at bat until that final pitch. And as a hitter, you sense that they're coming after you, not dancing around the strike zone. They want to attack, and so you kind of get into swing mode, and you have to protect the plate. That's when you become really susceptible to something that makes you chase, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Cabrera in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Up the middle, Bogaerts tosses to first, and the Yanks go quietly. 1-2-3, go the Yankees. Still tied, 1-1. And welcome back to the
Leading off for the
ballpark.
Padres,
All set
the
for the
left
start
fielder,
of the
number
inning.
39.
Stepping in for San Diego, Oscar Gonzalez. Fastball for a strike. Gonzalez measures 6 feet 4 inches, 26 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one's in there, and that's strike 2.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
That to right. Reaches for it, but it's foul. Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jose Iglesias. Not
1-0.
close with that one. 1-0. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Turned on, but foul wide of third.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Bebus makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, the catcher, Martin Maldonado.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Martin Maldonado. Flied to right his first time. That's off the inside corner, and that is ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
And that's in the dirt. And that one inside and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him,
Now batting,
and he hit
right
him.
fielder, Fernando
Back to the top of the
Tatis
lineup, and the batter
Jr.
will be Fernando Tatis Jr.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Maldonado, the runner at first with 2 gone.
One ball.
In the
2
dirt.
strikes.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Judge is under it. He makes the grab, and that is that. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Last half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. Back here in New York, John
Leading off
Schaube with
for
my
the
buddy Chris
Yankees,
Singleton.
the
It's
second
set to get
baseman,
us started.
Jorby
Bottom 5. Jorby
Bebus.
Bebus. First pitch misses.
You know, these Yankees just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And now 2-1. Lifted in the air down the left side. Makes a nice running catch. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice
Now
catch
batting,
on the
the
run right
designated
there.
hitter.
He saved
Man.
extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Rice
Counts
at
1-0.
the plate and takes high there.
Hey.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That's out.
Outside. 2-1. That one in there across the letters. That misses. And now it's filled up 3-2. And there's ball
That's
four.
ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's
Now
the pitch he
batting,
has the most
the right
confidence in
fielder,
right now.
Aaron.
Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Judge.
One down. Digging in. Aaron Judge. 0 for 2 in this one.
Outside,
Just
that's a ball.
missed. Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Nick Pivetta getting loose out there. Jacob warming up as well. Next offering is in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. Yes, he did. Down he goes on strikes.
The catcher, number 28.
Austin Wells getting ready to hit. He's already homered in this game.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That one
Oh, that's out.
outside, and it's 1-0.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. He's painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
And
Ball
another
two.
ball. That's off the
Ball
mark, and that's ball 3. Paul
3-0.
Goldschmidt in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
This game is too pro for you, San Diego.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. One left for the Yankees. Score remains tied 1-1. Back in New York,
Leading
and
off
now
for
the
San Diego,
DH,
the
Luis
designated hitter,
Arias.
Luis Arias.
Freed back to work. Right through there for a strike. Fly ball to right. Hauls it in for the out.
Up
And
next
now
for
it's
the
Manny
Padres,
Machado.
the third baseman, Manny Machado.
Let's go, Yankees.
And there's a base hit to left. And they have their first hit since the third inning.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. It's hard to hit a baseball much better than that, and even a lot of professional hitters aren't able to reach an exit velo of 114 miles per hour. I'll tell you what, that's a very impressive swing of the bat.
Go ahead run on base, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Jackson Merrill. And that's in there for strike one.
0-1.
And he pumps it a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Line to left, down the line, and it's foul. Now an 0-2 from Fried. Struck him out looking. Now Xander Bogaerts gets a chance to hit.
The shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
On the corner for a strike.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
Two outs. That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. And that's the third out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. All tied 1-1. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Nick Pivetta. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball.
Number 27, Nick Pivetta.
Here is
Leading up
Goldschmidt.
for the Yankees, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Off the plate, and that's ball one. Bullpen action for the Padres. Wandy Peralta, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Adam, the right-hander, loosening up as well. Fly ball down the line. Tatis after it. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's even up.
2.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Really good battle right there. And that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up with a backwards K.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. That misses. Ball 1. Bellinger is an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year. 1 down, base is empty. Right through there for a strike. That's off the outside edge. 3-1 now.
These first two hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Outside, and that is ball four.
A great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow he found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Volpe lays off down low as he digs in for the third time.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
At the plate, Jason Dominguez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Here comes the 0-1. That clips the corner.
He doesn't seem to like to pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Next offering is downstairs. Got him. Third out, and that ends the frame. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We're through 6 full. All tied 1-1. Back in the Bronx, we go to the top of the 7th, and now the first baseman, Gavin Sheets. Late swing, foul to the left. Fastball gets the inside corner at the knees. Movement in the bullpen. Tyler Matzik, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Cruz getting cranked up as well. And a curve misses outside. Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Now batting.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Max Fried will give way. Only 2 hits allowed for him, so a great effort. And we'll be back after a quick break to tell you about the new arm.
Now pitching for
Tyler
the
Matzik on to pitch out of the pen here.
Number 68.
This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters.
Matzik.
Next for the Padres, Oscar Gonzalez. A strikeout and a walk. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And now the count is even. One down, base is empty.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
This one high in the air to left center. Bellinger sizes this one up. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman.
Now
Jose
here is Jose Iglesias.
All right, Yankees. Let's go, Yankees.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Now a fly ball to right center. Judge makes the play, and that is that.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back in a new
Padres.
pitcher here to start the bottom
Number
of the 7th.
58.
Wandy Peralta.
Wandy
He last pitched 2 days ago.
Peralta.
And stepping in
Leading
for the
up
Yankees,
for the
Oswaldo
Yankees,
Cabrera.
Third baseman, Oswaldo.
Well, on paper,
Cabrera.
it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Swung on, belted. Raging back towards the wall. Bang! His second of the year, and they jump out front. It's 2-1.
Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Next to hit, Jorbit Bebos. And there's a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swinging a foul straight back. And a slider misses down and away.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
That one almost got him. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Gonzalez makes the catch, and there's one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Ben.
So now here's the DH,
Rice.
Ben Rice. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And that is out of play. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to
Now
show
batting,
you how
the right
defensive
fielder,
hitters can
Aaron.
become when they're up against an 0-2
Judge.
count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Judge,
Ball,
the
that's
next
out.
to hit, takes ball 1. Next
That's a
one
ball.
misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
After giving up that home run earlier, just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
Judge waits. That one fouled off. 2-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Fernando Cruz.
Well, the best
Now
relievers
pitching
love the
for the New
opportunity
York
to come in and
Yankees,
protect a tight lead
number
late in the ball
63.
game. Some of them are just
Better
wired
find out.
different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well, 1-run game.
Leading off
Here's the
for San
catcher,
Diego,
Martin
the catcher,
Maldonado.
Martin Maldonado.
First
Ball
pitch,
one, no
not
strike.
close. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Nope.
That just misses.
2-0.
Now 2-0.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
There's a swing and a miss.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
That clips a corner. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And the tying run is on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job
Now
done
back,
when the
the
team
right
needs you to
fielder,
come
Fernando
through. It's just bigger
Tatis
than your own individual
Jr.
stats. Tied in on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
No outs, runner at first. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Back-to-back base hits.
The bat,
That's about
number
as
4.
textbook as it gets.
Designated
Got his stride and
Luis
load out of the way early.
Arias.
He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Now it's the DH, Luis Arias, known for his late-inning heroics. In the dirt. No movement on the base. It's ball 1. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. Little chopper rolls foul. And the count 1-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
So the tying run at second. Line drive. And that's down. A base hit. Here comes the throw. And he's safe. Tie ball game.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Fernando Cruz departs, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
Now on the bump,
Yankees,
Ian Hamilton.
number 71, Ian Hamilton.
Manny Machado to the dish for a pivotal at bat. Into the outfield, base hit. Runner from third, in to score. It's an RBI single. They lead it in the eighth.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
First and second, no outs. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. That
That's a
one
ball.
misses, and that's ball one. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one.
Hey.
Foul ball there. Gets a piece and stays alive. That one
ball's
down the
foul.
line, and it goes just foul.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Flips it, one
He's
second, on to first,
Thanks, he's good.
safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
The batter, number 2.
Here's
shortstop,
Bogarts
Xander
now. 0 for
Bogaerts.
3 in this one.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Runner on the go. Rip towards third. Bogarts retired.
Now batting, the first baseman, Gavin Sheets.
Gavin Sheets, the next up for the Padres. He's been a great free agent sign. Smash to the left side. Whips it across. They limit the damage here. So they get 3 and jump ahead late. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Padres 4 and the Yankees 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Jason
Now
Adam.
pitching for
He
San
has a
Diego,
great slider with tons of
number
movement.
40, Jason Adams.
Austin Wells
Leading off
stepping
for
in
the
now for the
Yankees,
Yankees.
the catcher, Austin.
Adam in his 5th
Wells.
season, 33 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Kansas. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Robert Suarez, the closer of the staff, is throwing. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Let's go, Yankees! Yankees!
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that
2
one is
balls, 2
inside.
strikes.
Pulls down, swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Now batting.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. 1 for 3. And there's a foul ball. The Padres up by 2 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Come on, Yankees.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
That one inside. 1-2 to count.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. The hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. In the air on the infield, Machado hauls it in to end the inning. So the Yanks go in order. They trail it here 4-2.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Devin Williams.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Here's the left fielder, Oscar Gonzalez. Strike 1. Williams. Known as a guy with pretty lights out type stuff. Racks up the strikeouts, but the command at times can elude him. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Yeah, and a manager in a situation like this type of pitcher has to stay alert and ready. He's got to make sure he's watching from pitch to pitch, hitter to hitter, to quickly get another reliever up in the bullpen if he needs to bring someone in.
He goes down looking.
Boog, I think even when you know he's got that pitch in his arsenal, you're still going to have a hard time recognizing and reacting to it unless you've seen it several times. And honestly, if you can hit that pitch, I'm concerned because you probably can't hit anything else that he throws. That one right there locked him up.
Iglesias, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Will Warren getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Leiter also getting ready. And that lack of command, that's usually one of the things that leads guys to be converted from starter to reliever.
Yeah, and it's such a short stint when you compare the 2 roles, starting and relieving. You hope that guy can find strike 1 right away when he comes in.
And that one almost got him. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. That clips the zone, and the count is even 2-2. Inside, almost got him. And here's a 3-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Dominguez makes the grab on the run.
The batter, the catcher, Martin Maldonado.
Stepping in for San Diego, Martin Maldonado. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for 2. In there safely.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Showed a willingness to
fielder,
drive that pitch the
Fernando
opposite
Tatis
way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't
Jr.
try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So runner at second, 2 down. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning.
The batter, number 4.
First and second, 2 outs. Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
First offering, and it just misses. Just missed.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Maldonado at second. Tatis at first. 2 out of the inning. Inside. 3-0.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Yeah, there's the strike. And that'll load the bases.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
So bases all loaded up. Here's Machado.
Kind of goes without saying, but straight on these 2 runners in scoring position right here, it feels like it's a must if they stand a chance to win this game.
Fastball in for a strike, going 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And Manny gets a piece. And
Ball
takes
1.
low for ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Upstairs.
2 strikes.
That one misses. 3-2 now. Got him. Huge strikeout there.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Robert Suarez.
Now pitching for
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less.
Suarez.
Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
So digging in,
Leading
Anthony
off for the
Volpe.
Yankees, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
First pitch,
Ball
just
1.
misses.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball. Good eye in that spot. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Way back there. Bang! That'll fire the dugout. It's his 6th home run of the season. It's 4-3.
That's a great way to fire up this crowd. They're feeling it now. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So up next, Jason Dominguez. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Very high with that one. And that is ball 1. And there's a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up. Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
1-run game, bottom 9. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
He's 2 outs away. And up next for New York, Oswaldo Cabrera. That one at triple digits.
0-1.
That's way outside. 1-1. Next offering misses down and away. Right through there for a strike. Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. That's down and in. Jorby Bebos in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Hard ground ball, base now. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And next for New York, Jorby Bebos. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
In the air, left field, down the line. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Ben Rice.
So they're down to their final out. In now is the Yankees DH, Ben Rice. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
That's a strike. Tying run at first, the winning run at the plate. They're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Yanks down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, he does a nice job of coming in and getting the save. He made a mistake with the pitch, gave up the solo home run, but he maintained his focus to push through to the finish line.
4-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.